Let's move on to scaling with look-alike audiences. Look-alike audiences are very powerful. As I told you, you give TikTok data that these are the kind of people that have purchased from our website. Now you find people who look like them. Let data do the talking and you enjoy the results. So in this one, you create a lookalike of the following four custom audiences, which is those who clicked on your ad in the last 180 days, those who saw your product in the last 180 days, those who added the product to the cart in the last 180 days, and those who made a purchase from you in the last 180 days. Now in each of these audiences, you can create three lookalike audiences, which is specific, balanced, and broad. This will give you 12 different audiences to test. So now you have 4 different custom audiences and 12 different lookalike audiences, which you can create an ad group of. So create 12 different ad groups and shoot the ad. Now when do we create a lookalike audience? The more data TikTok has, the better audience that you will get. So ensure that you have at least 500 add to carts before you create a lookalike audience for add to cart, and you have at least 100 purchases before you create a lookalike audience for your purchase. Now you do not need to do all of this together. So for example, if you want to increase your budget gradually as well, so once you get 500 add to carts, create a lookalike audience of only add to carts. Then if you're satisfied with it and you have a lot of purchases, then you move on to creating lookalike audiences of those who made a purchase. Now let's say you have a lot of data and you already have about 2000 plus purchases on TikTok, and you are doing about more than 100 purchases every month on TikTok. So now what you do is you created audiences for last 180 days earlier, create the same audience for last 30 days and create lookalike audiences. This will give you 12 more audiences to work with, and now you have 12 more ad groups to work with. Now the thing here is that your target here is not to make everything profitable. Your target here is, the goal here is to find which audiences work the best. Not all audiences will work best. It could also be that specific add to cart audience in the last 30 days are working better than specific purchase in the last 180 days. Let the data do the work and let TikTok find the best audiences for you. So your job is to see which audience works best for you and keep those ad groups running, and those who are not working, you turn them off. So this is the entire game over here is to test and test. So there is no fixed rule that this will work or this will not work. These are all different things that you can do. So whatever I have shared is something that I do to find my best audience. So not every time is the same audience that works. So the audiences that work for me will be very different for what will work for you. The strategies, the number of strategies that I've given you, so not all strategies will work for you. Some will work, some will not. So the strategies that work for you may not work for me, and vice versa. So the goal here again is, I repeat, you test till you find what is best working for you. Now after you find what audiences are working best for you, you move on with scaling with LLA. Let's say you found out top three audiences that work best for you. Now you create separate ad groups with a very high budget with these three best performing lookalikes. So let's say your specific audience for add to cart, purchases and page browsers in the last 30 days are working best. So you create three different ad groups of these three and give them a high budget and run them. Second option is, what you do is you create only one ad group with all these three audiences in the same ad group and give it a high budget. Now if you have more than three audiences that are working for you, it's good, it's very good. So what you do is you create two different ad groups. So the top three in one ad group, the next three in the second ad group, and give them a high budget and run those ads. most likely, if all these audiences have worked for you, this ad group will also work for you, and will give you a very low cost per conversion. If you have any questions, feel free to write to us, and we will be more than happy to answer your question. So that's about it. Hope you enjoyed the course. Hope you learned and made the most of it. All the best for TikTok ads. More power to you and your business. Thank you.